up, guys? I'm Danny with Bluestribute. I'm here with Tobin from Papa Roach, talking about new album, playing here at the F.E.A.R in Denver. How's the tour going so far?
It's been great so far. We started about a month ago in Florida. I think that was like the one like warmish tour.
Yeah.
And then the rest has just been a cold blizzard tour, but it's
definitely
been fun. Lots of sold out shows. You know, playing a lot of the new material off of F.E.A.R. Having a great time playing alongside Seether and Islander and King.
Definitely.
So it's been really good.
That's cool.
Yeah, we go way back. Love those guys. Great band. I don't know that we've ever played. We've played the F.E.A.R venue that we're at tonight many times with many bands, but we haven't done it like this with this build before.
Right on. Yeah, it's a solid lineup. I'm stoked to hear the show.
It's our 8th or 9th record. I don't know who's counting, but I think this is like one of our most cohesive and solid, just most sonically massive sounding records. You know, I think it's a hopeful record. It's a heavy in your face record, but it's also a very melodic record.
Yeah.
I think it really captures the best of everything Papa Roach, you know.
I agree.
For a band who's been around for 20 years, you know what I mean? And we have, you know, we run the gamut of styles and influences when it comes to being a band, you know, with guitar, bass, drums, vocals. Like, you know, I think we've captured it very well.
Definitely.
On this record, and the reception so far has been awesome. So that's been really good. Tonight you're gonna hear the first song off the record, "Face Everything and Rise." We've been playing what's that song called? "Just As Broken As Me."
Okay. Yep. That one's
I have
good.
to like do the
right.
in my head to remember. And then I mean, we've been swapping songs in and out. We're gonna start playing a lot of new. Now that the record's out, we're gonna start playing a lot of new songs.
Cool.
Yeah. But we're also celebrating 15 years of Infest, which is our first record that came out in 2000 and fucking blew up. Introduced us to the masses, you know, in the world, and so we're gonna be doing some special things with that record, like doing some pop-ups where we just play that record in its entirety and stuff like that.
Those are fun.
And we just started sound checking some of those songs. Just recently having to relearn, because those are songs we haven't played in like well over 10 years. So we started getting into it, and we're like, damn, dude, like we were so into hip-hop. First of all, we were Wu-Tanged out. And the music was like so simple, and it was really infectious, you know. So it's like to kind of see where we've grown melodically and how we've grown a little bit more intricate with certain things. It's like, man, it's like something about the simplicity of the music that we did back then was really pleasing for me, like revisiting some of those songs. So who knows?
Definitely.
We might come with some more 1-2 punches on the next record.
Very cool. Sounds fun.
No, we're trying to stay true, you know, to how they were. Because a lot of the old songs that we still have, like we've played for years and years, we've revamped those. Yeah. So we're just like the rest of them. Let's just learn them exactly how they are and not try and change them too much, because you know the fans want what I believe they would want, you know, what they're used to hearing, what they grew up listening to. So.
Well, cool.
What made me want to pick up bass was growing up in a musical family. First and foremost, my dad was a musician. He played bass. My mom was in the music business. You know, you meet other friends in the neighborhood who also play, you know, music, and then you're hooked. You know, it's like you got this crew, you got this gang of, you know, little kids who just run around and just want to know everything about punk rock and metal, and then I was really into funk music and soul and Motown at a really early age. I just loved it, and I was always picking out the bass in that, so I really wanted to learn, you know, that aspect of you know, music and whatnot, and different styles, and like I said, our love for hip hop and our love for punk rock kind of mixing together.
Definitely.
Yeah,
you guys do it well.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing it for a long time, and still doing it. I mean, I knew I was destined to do something, because I mean, it's all I ever wanted to do, and no matter what, like if it was on a large scale, you know, or a medium scale, or you know, a total indie DIY punk rock in a van scale, I'm sure I would be trying to do something along the lines of playing music and being in a band. We were just fortunate enough to experience things that were way beyond what we had ever imagined. And just the fact that we're still doing it after all these years is like, it's a dream come true, really.
Definitely.
Just being on stage and playing. Everything else really can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Like to hurry up and wait. I mean, the traveling's cool, you know, like I love traveling and I love meeting new people and I love getting in touch with our fans, you know. But you know, we've done it for a long time.
Yep.
And so you have to like invent, just like with any kind of thing, like a relationship or a marriage that's lasts a really long time. You have to reinvent new ways to make it fun and interesting, you know, because like I said, we've been all of these places 30 times over.
So what's keeping it fresh this
so
trip?
What's keeping it fresh? Well, playing new songs is keeping it fresh. Having a new record out is keeping it fresh. We've been super busy, you know. We've taken more control and more of an independent approach to how we handle everything. Like we're very, very much on top of the business side of the band. We're very like a lot of our spare time is taken up more in like social media. You know, reaching out to our fans. You know, just learning more about them.
Yeah.
And you know, working on musical ideas for, you know, other songs, you know, other just musical opportunities, whether it's not just like a Papa Roach record, but something special, like, hey, how can we do something cool, like an acoustic, like we're talking about recording an acoustic version of Face Everything and Rise. Like that was quite a challenge to think of how we could do that, because the song doesn't really come off acoustically, but we got this idea and now we want to record it. You know, it's just like, it's just like, how can we make things more interesting and and more involved and special for our, you know, our fans and stuff like that, as opposed to 10 years ago when I think it was just like party, play a show, party, play a show. You know what I mean? It's like we're a lot more focused these days, and it's more of a positive thing.
Cool.
Oh man, we had so many. I mean, we've all fallen, we've all gotten hurt, we've all, you know, been grabbed at, we've all hit ourselves or hit each other with our instruments on accident, or on purpose. We've all fumbled our words, hit the wrong notes, played, you know, started the wrong song. I mean, really, pretty much anything you can possibly imagine that's happened to us, you know. So we don't even care. It's just kind of, you just expect it. The
show must go on, right?
Yeah, the show must go on.
Cool.
That's a really good question. We had I remember one tour, like the last tour, I was like, this is a fucking awesome tour. Like, we had a lot of fun. It was when we were out with Avenged Sevenfold.
I bet.
And those guys, they're just great guys. And we had a really good time out with them. We hung out and partied a lot. And there was a lot of, you know, music going on. It was cool, you know.
That's got to be cool.
Yeah.
You know?
So I think it would be great to team up with those guys again and do something, because we just have such a great respect for each other.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm sure we'd all like to see that.
Just prepared to have that hustler spirit, because I mean, we had it very early on. I mean, it's so different now for bands because there's so many different avenues to get your music out. Social media, you know, YouTube, and whatnot. For us back in the day, it was way different. It was about, like, you know, selling tapes out of your trunk, going to other people's shows and with a boombox and like playing your music and just being like, yo, just getting in people's faces, putting up flyers. You know, it's a little bit different now. You know, you can just blast some shit on Facebook or Instagram, and that's great. But you gotta have a couple of dudes in your band that you know are good at working, you know, socially with other people and other bands, and have them be like the guys who are like, you know, making the connections, they're personable, you know, because you gotta have like a vibe, you know, like a scene almost, with camaraderie with other bands and other musicians, so that you can help each other out, you know, to come up and you know, build a following.
Definitely.
So I think that's most important. And then you gotta have the dudes in the band who are just like, man, it's all about the music. It's all about writing good songs. You know what I mean? I think that's why we've been around so long, is because we kind of delegate, like,
got a good blend.
we know what each other's strengths and weaknesses are. We know, okay, you're the dude who's gonna handle, this, and I'm the dude who's gonna handle this. You know what I mean? It's like, and we'll all help each other out, and it's like we all got those things covered. We know that to this day. That's just kind of how we operate, and just don't be afraid to just learn how to write some good songs. Be honest, be original. You know what I mean? Be original. It's important.
Yeah, definitely.
It's cool if you want to be influenced by another band, but find out what makes you stick out from the rest.
Cool. Well, thank you.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. I mean, rock and roll will never die, first of all.
Amen.
I mean, I think he's just, obviously, somebody like Gene Simmons at Kiss, like, there was, like, a certain kind of, like, golden era of rock and roll, when, like, the Beatlemania and fucking the 80s, and, rock and roll was, like, huge. Rock and roll was kind of, like, taking a back seat as far as it being the most popular genre of music, but it'll never go away. Like, people need it, people want it, they want real musicians playing real instruments, they want that in-your-face aggression, you know what I mean? They want a band, they want to see a gang of people who love to, turn up loud and fucking get hardcore.
Definitely.
Like, that'll just never go away. Like, for him to say that, we're fucking idiots.
Exactly my thought.
Yeah.
Very well put.
My favorite track right now, I really like Falling Apart.
Yeah.
I like that song.
That's a good one. My favorite was Skeletons. I dig the bass line in that.
I know.
It's all you in the verse. I love it.
Yeah, I always forget about that one. I like that song too. I like them. I even like Gravity. It's just such a different song, and it features Maria Brink in This Moment.
We got
I got to do a crazy bass line in that one too, so that was cool. It's a very different song. Like, it encompasses like all of the influence I think Papa Roach has, without being afraid to just fully go for it. It's got a hip hop vibe, it's got the rock vibe with the guitars, it's got obvious pop sensibility to it, I get to play that cool little slinky bass line in there, and it features Maria Brink from This Moment, but she kills it.
Can't lose, absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you work with her in the studio at all?
Yeah, we shared the studio with In This Moment.
Cool.
They were making a record at the same studio as we were at the same time. Same producer, so it was.
Is that how
it just worked out perfect?
Yeah.
Like, we were working on this song, and we were just like, man, this would be dope if we could get Maria to sing on it. And she's like, oh, I'd love to. We go way back with her, and we love her, and she's always down to be Roach, so it's great. We're actually gonna go shoot a video for that song,
awesome.
Like in a couple weeks.
Cool.
She's gonna come out and be a part of it.
Killer. Can't wait to see it. So we got Papa Roach playing at the Fillmore tonight. Once again, I'm Danny from Bluestribute. Thank you so much for meeting with us.
Thank you, man.
Really appreciate it.